everyone. Happy feast day of St. Elizabeth of Hungary. We're here at our parish at Holy Spirit, and just around the corner is Advent. I wanted to take this opportunity to say, like I said first, hello. I hope you're all doing well. Miss seeing everyone. It was great to be together at the retreat that we were able to do at Conception Abbey. It was beautiful. I highly recommend it next year to make it to the next retreat. It'll be in another location, but it'll still be wonderful like this one was. As I was saying, we're about to begin Advent. It's just around the corner. I'd like to share with you how I'm going to live this Advent, and it's just maybe a suggestion if you'd like to follow suit in some ways. I always suggest to my spiritual sons and daughters, and to myself, first of all, to come up with 2 resolutions that we attempt to live out during this special time of the liturgical year. One, on a material level, we do a resolution. And what do I mean by that? Something that can discipline and, as they would say, practice the virtue of temperance. And what do I mean by that? Well, for example, if I'm on social media too much, maybe I could make the resolution, the material resolution, that during Advent I'm not going to get on it. That would be a very good one, because that would take away a lot of noise. And as you know, during this season, in preparation for Christmas, people are so crazy busy and they're distracted, and quote unquote, they complain about the fact that they can't pray very well and they can't focus. Well, maybe taking a step away from this kind of distraction will help your prayer time and help you to focus more in this time of Advent. It's just a suggestion. Also, we should be exercising, especially if it's cold and we can't get out and walk. That could be a resolution, a material resolution, that I'm going to exercise, let's say, 3 times a week during these weeks leading up to Christmas. Other people have an addiction to sugar, and so maybe give up sugar. Or go to bed on time. Try to get it in 7.5, 8 hours of sleep. That's discipline. That's working on the virtue of temperance. And by doing that, what you really are is you're working on your union with God. Growing in virtue indicates your union with God. Then I was saying also a second resolution for Advent on a spiritual level. What could those be? Well, there's all kinds of possibilities. Being faithful to daily mental prayer, which is part of our job description as mentors. But, sometimes we get off the beaten track and forget and don't do it. So maybe you could really hone in on that. That could be my spiritual resolution. Or I'm going to go to Mass a couple more times during the week. My spiritual resolution is going to be, and it's what I've been trying to live out for the past couple of months, is it actually comes from St. Paul's letter to the Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verses 16 through 18. It's actually my favorite sentence of the whole Bible. But this is, for me at least, a fantastic spiritual resolution. What does St. Paul say there? He says, "Rejoice always, pray unceasingly, in every occasion give thanks to God, because this is the will of God for you in Jesus Christ." So if you're ever wondering what is the will of God for you, well, Paul tells you, rejoice always, pray unceasingly, in every occasion give thanks to God, because this is the will of God for you in Jesus Christ. So my spiritual resolution for Advent is going to be this. I'm going to put it on a Post-it note. You know I'm famous for Post-it notes. I'm going to put it on my mirror. Why my mirror? Because I look in it at least when I wake up and when I go to bed. At least twice during the day, I'll think about it. But the goal is to think about it as much as possible, and especially to live it, Live it, especially when things are difficult and you don't want to rejoice and you don't want to give thanks. Remember your resolution, your spiritual resolution for Advent. These 2 things, and I'm not saying you have to do this one or other ones. You can come up with your own on a material level and a spiritual level. But these 2 things will really help us, prepare us for Christmas in a very special way. So that's my suggestion. Also, I was mentioning before, we get distracted in this time. If you make a resolution to get off your phone and your computer and Facebook and FaceTime and all the other times, whatever it is, that is going to impact your Advent, no question about it. I do want to add, however, on the 8th of December, the Solemnity of the Immaculate Conception, if we gave up alcohol and sweets and whatever, that day we celebrate We don't go overboard, but we celebrate. So we eat desserts, we eat and drink coffee, we gave that up, whatever it is. Another thing I would like to remind you that we'll have the fourth session of the fourth cohort, so the last session this January. These people will be graduating and they'll be joining your troops now of being mentors, alum mentors. So if you could pray for them and for this last session with them. But also keep in mind, as we always try to do, we are going to have a time with all of you who could make it via your Skype or whatever, or if you can come in person on Thursday. It's actually Thursday, January 10th, and you'll get information about that. But I just want to give you a heads up already. If you could put it on your calendars, hope it doesn't snow. It's going to be great, and we'll be there to be with you in that time. And then I wanted to say we are beginning to receive applications for the new cohort, the fifth cohort of the mentorship program. We really want to invite you to seriously consider inviting other people to participate, because this is life-changing. You could tell me, I can tell you so many stories of how this has changed our lives. So please go out and advertise it and get at least one person coming. Again, we want to wish you a very wonderful Thanksgiving and a powerful, if not the best Advent you've ever had. God bless you. We love you all.